Now you got it. You got it. That's enough. You got it. Yahweh Shem Hashabrakta. La Yashal. Imagine, which means to stand. Upon your Hakudan, means to face the east. Yep. Yeah, come on. Yeah, that's right. Come on. We are going to get into the prayers. All right, Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Everybody repeat after me. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malachwatka. Daba'ah. Ratazaka. Hayah. Aisha. Ba'aratazah. Kawa. Hayah. Bashamayim. Nathan. Lanawa. Lakum. Ko. Yawam. Wasalat. Wasalat. Lanawa. Kabawath. Nawa. Kasalat. Nawa. Kabawath. Yanawa. Wala'a. Naba'ayanawa. Vanasaya 1. Abo. Hawashinawa. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwa. Waha'ala. Wahatha Parah. La'alamyam. Aman. In English, our Father, which art in heaven. Oh, so my bad. So he's doing it.
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy
will be done.
Thy will be done.
In
earth.
As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day. Our daily bread. Forgive us of our debts.
Forgive us of our debts.
Forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not into temptation.
Lead us not into temptation.
But deliver us from evil.
For
thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it. Amen.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah. Ayanya. Ahahari. Ma'ayan. Yaba'ah. Izaria. Ma'ayin. Yahweh. Aisha. Shemayim. Wa'aratazah. Al. Yathan. Lamawat. Regalka. Yanawam. Shamarka. Kana. La'a. Yanawam. Wala'a. Yayashan. Shawamor. Yasha'ala. Yahweh. Shamarka. Yahweh. Tazarka. Al. Yad. Yamyaka. Yawamam. Hashamash. La'a. Yakaka. Wairak. Balayala. Yahweh. Yashamarka. Makor. Rai. Yashamor. Napashka. Yahweh. Yashamor. Taza'aka. Wawawaka. Mayatha. Wa'ai. Iwalam.
All right, we're going to read in the English. Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up mine eyes.
I will lift up my eyes
unto the hill.
From
which cometh my help.
Whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from the Lord.
My help cometh from the Lord,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
Nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee of all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee of all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
And thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
From this time forth.
This time forth
And even forevermore.
and even forevermore.
Pekah in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah.
Babakashah.
Babakashah.
Nathan.
Adon.
Lanaw.
Lanam.
Pekah.
Hakah.
Pekah.
Hakah.
Larfa'ah.
Hakah.
Call.
Call.
Makalah.
Makalah.
Wakal.
Wakal.
Madawa.
Malawah.
Pekah.
Hakah.
Latahar.
Latahar.
Hamatazarian.
Hamatazarian.
Pekah.
Hakah.
Lahakim.
Lahakim.
Hamathium.
Hamathim.
Pekah.
Hakah.
Al.
Al.
Rakawah.
Rakawah.
Hatama'ala.
Hatama'ala.
Lagarshan.
Lagarshan.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah.
Tawada.
Tawada.
Aman.
Aman.
Patience.
No sweat.
Excuse me. All right. The power in the English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Name of Yahweh Shah.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal.
Power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of
And
sickness.
all manner of disease.
All manner of
The
disease.
power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the leper.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To
Cast them out.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
So
you.
be it.
So
So
be it.
be it.
Bless Israel in Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah.
Barak.
Barak.
Salat. Barak.
Barak.
Lanaw.
Lanam.
Wayasha'ala.
Wazasha'al.
Wahavaya.
Wahavaya.
Saparian.
Sapari.
Barak.
Barak.
Rafa'ah.
Rafa'ah.
Magun.
Magun.
Hagun.
Hagun.
Say the name of loved ones once. Everyone repeats the name once. For those on social media, if you have a loved one, type their name in the chat and we will repeat the name. Otherwise, those in the class, you may begin. Anybody, any brother or sister.
UPK Minnesota.
UPK Minnesota.
All UPK.
All UPK.
Desiree Davis.
Desiree Davis.
All the Davis family.
All the Davis family.
The Flowers family.
The Flowers family.
The House of Laban.
The House of Laban.
UPK Minnesota.
UPK Minnesota.
Israelite School UPK.
Israelite School UPK.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yahweh Shah.
Yahweh Shah.
The angels.
The angels.
Generals.
The general.
Captains.
The captains.
Officers.
The officers.
Troopers.
The troopers.
Students.
The students.
Sisters.
The sisters.
Children.
The children.
All of Israel.
All of Israel.
Kodasayan.
Kodasayan.
Amugabar.
Amugabar.
Kanagabar.
Kanagabar.
Kawanyala.
Kawanyala.
Yaparakah.
Yaparakah.
Taziyah.
Taziyah.
Sharat.
Sharat.
Wakawana.
Wakawa.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Sister South Dakota.
Sister South Dakota.
Sapara.
Sapar.
Marakapah.
Mawakapa.
All of Israel.
All Israel.
Izara.
Izara.
Dubi.
Dubi.
Denzel.
Denzel.
Lokar.
Lokar.
Shakar.
Shakar.
Jonah.
Jonah.
Isabella.
Isabella.
Shanika.
Shamika.
Kyla.
Kyla.
Kamara.
Kamara.
Ariah.
Ariah.
Zion.
Zion.
Zakiah.
Zakiah.
Zarabia.
Zarabia.
China.
China.
Marshall.
Marshall.
Kalani.
Kalani.
We say about
Yeah, I know.
but we say Marshall.
Marshall.
Denard.
Denard.
Janie.
Janie.
Joseph Daniel.
Joseph Daniels.
Joseph Daniel.
Thania.
Thania.
Nadia.
Nadia.
Keyshawn.
Keyshawn. Kanayala.
Kanayala.
All of Israel.
All Israel.
right, let's go.
Oh, Ayar.
Ayar. Bashimi Awashai.
Bashim Al-Shah.
The water Aman.
The other one.
Yeah, the time.
All right, what we just said was.
So like, hey, sis, what's the children's name? If you could say their names.
Hannah,
Hannah.
Lavana,
Lavana.
Uriah,
Uriah.
So like, Bashimi Awashai.
Bashim Al-Shah.
The water Aman.
The other one.
What we just said was, Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Lord, in the name of Yahweh.
Bless us and Israel.
Bless us and Israel.
And the school.
And the school.
Bless.
Heal.
Shield.
Protect.
Our loved ones. In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al. Damayalaka.
Damayalaka.
All. Dakarash.
Dakarash.
Wa'al. Dashakwat.
Dashakwat.
All. Kaya.
Kaya.
Hana.
Hana.
Awagika.
Awabika.
Yaham.
Yawan.
Ra'ash.
Al.
Amaka. Yarayoma. Sawada. Wayatha. Yatazawa. Tazapanyaka. Amara. Lakawa. Unakak Yadam. Magalia. Wala'a. Yazakar. Sham Yasha'al. Iwada. Kaya. Nawai Tazawa. Lava. Yakatwa. Aryaka. Baria. Yakawa. Ahoya. Adawam. Wa. Yashamai. Aleph. Yum. Mawa'al. Wahagarian. Gabal. Waimawan. Waimalak. Halashak. I'm Yeshavia. Tazawar. Gum Ashawar. Nalawa. Imam. Hayawa. Zarwai. Lavanya. Lawat. Salah. Aisha. Laham. Kamadian. Hasiyah. Sara'ah. Kamadian. Wanakol. Koyash. One. Nashamatwa. Vayan. Da'ara. Haya. It's like Hayawa. Daman. La'adama. Shayatham. Wa. Nadia. Ya Mawa. Kaira. Wakazabak. Wakazazol. Manai. Kol. Nasir Kamwa. Ashar. Armara. Nariyasha. Lanawa. Na'awa. Alahayim. Alahaya. Shanathamwa. Kagogala. Kakwash. Lapanya. Rawaka. Ka'ash. The Vira. It's like the Vira. Ya'ira. Wa. Kalaba. Salahat. Hariam. Khan. Third Dogma. Vasiraka. Wabasa. Wapaka. Salaham. Mala'ah. Panyaham. Kwalawan. Waya. Wakwashwa. Shaka. Yahweh. Yabashwa. Waya. Vahawa. Ayai. Waya. Kaparwa. Waya. Abatwa. Waya. Da'aiwa. Kaya. Atha. Shaka. Yahweh. Labaka. All you want. Call. Ha. Arathazah. That's probably my favorite train.
Yeah, give him a hand. That's a good one. That's a dope one and a hard one to do.
Yeah,
so let's get to that Psalms 83. That was in the Hebrew. We're gonna read it in the English. Keep not thy silent, O God.
Keep not thy silent, O God.
And hold not thy peace.
And hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O
And be
God.
not be not still, O God.
And be not still, O God.
And be not still, O God.
For lo, thy enemies make a tumult.
Thy enemies make a tumult.
They that hate thee.
They that hate thee.
Have lifted up the head.
They have lifted up their head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel
Against thy people.
against thy people.
They have consulted in one consent.
They have consulted in one consent.
They have consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have consulted against the hidden ones.
They have said.
They have said,
Come.
Come.
And let us cut them off.
Let us cut them off.
For being a
For
nation.
being a nation.
That the name of Israel.
That the name of Israel
will be no more remembrance.
may be no more remembrance.
They have consulted together.
They have come together.
With one consent.
With one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites. Of Moab.
And Moab.
And the Hungarians.
And Hungarians.
Gabal. And
Ammon.
Amalek.
And Amalek.
The Philistines.
The
inhabitants of Tyre.
And the inhabitants of Tyre.
Sure. Also is joined with them.
Also is joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They are helping the children of Lot.
Salah. Do unto them.
Do unto them.
As to the Midianites.
As to the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
And the brook of Kison.
And the brook Kison.
Which parents that endure.
Which parents that endure.
They have become as dung for the earth.
They have become as dung for the earth.
Make their nose like a rib.
Make their nose like a rib.
And like Z.
Like Z.
Yea. All their princes like Zabah.
All the princes like Zabah.
And as Zamuna.
As Zamuna.
Who said, let us take to ourselves.
Let us take to ourselves.
The houses of God in possession.
The house of God in possession.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
As the stumble before the wind.
As the stumble before the wind.
As the fire burneth the wood.
As the fire burneth the wood.
As the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
As the flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempest.
So persecute thy tempest.
And make them afraid with thy storm.
Make them afraid with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name.
That they may seek thy name.
O Lord.
O Lord.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
In trouble forever.
In trouble forever.
Yea. Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That man may know.
That man may know.
That thou.
That thou.
Whose name alone.
Whose name alone.
Is Yahweh.
Is Yahweh.
Of the Most High.
Of the Most High.
Over all the earth.
Over all the earth.
These are the power structures. ISUPK power structures. Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth.
And all things live.
And all things live.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Send evil and curse.
Send evil and curse.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and
To
destruction.
all the heathen.
To all the heathen.
That speak against us.
Their prophets.
Their
Their teachers.
Their
Their princes.
Their
priests.
The Israelite brothers.
The Israelite brothers.
And the school.
And the school.
Send evil and curses.
Send evil and curses.
Punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
And shake loose the treasure.
And take loose the treasure.
Of the rich of Israel.
Of the rich of Israel.
That refuse to give to the school.
They refuse to give to the school.
Force their riches.
Force their riches.
To enter into our sanctuary.
Into our sanctuary.
Send evil and curses.
Send evil and curses.
Punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the Edomites.
To the Edomites.
And their nation.
And their nation.
Their drug dealers.
And the drug dealers.
The court system.
The court system.
The prison system.
The prison system.
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood.
All the governments of our enemies.
All governments of our enemies.
Amalek synagogues and arms.
Amalek synagogues and arms.
Roman Catholic Church.
Roman Catholic Church.
Islam. Christianity.
Egyptology. Militia.
Ku Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan.
Aryan Nation.
Aryan Nation.
Skinheads. Posse Comitatus. Gay Move.
The gay move.
Lesbian Move.
The lesbian move.
Spies. Workers of witchcraft.
Workers of witchcraft.
Master Space Program.
Master Space Program.
Arms. Navy.
Air Force.
Marines.
Wall Street.
Open up the internet.
Open up the internet.
And the airways.
And the airways.
Cable access channel.
And the cable access channel.
Radio channel.
And the radio channel.
Convict the spirit.
Convict the spirit
Of any of thy people.
of any of thy people
That seek to stop us.
that seek to stop us.
Bring forth destruction.
Bring forth destruction
To all the heathen.
To all the heathen.
That stand in the way.
that stand in the way.
Who try to stop us.
Who try to stop us.
From broadcasting your word.
From broadcasting their word.
Throughout the planet Earth.
Throughout the planet Earth.
That loose all the plagues.
That lose all the plagues.
Cause them to go to and fro.
Cause them to go to and fro.
Through the earth and consume.
To the earth and consume it.
Make the plagues.
Let
the
the plague
plague.
Shake the house of the thief.
shake
Take the house of the thief
And the murder.
and the murder.
Lay your house shot.
Lay your house shot.
Michael and Gabriel.
Michael and Gabriel.
Come down with the flying saucer.
Come down with the flying saucer.
Punish all the heat.
And put on all the
Come
heat.
up against us.
That come against us.
As we speak our word.
As we speak their word.
Cause we know by all.
Because we know by all.
That is the angels that have done it.
That's the angel that has done it.
Cause it be spread through the media.
Cause it spread through the media.
Throughout the whole world.
Throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake us not coming.
Cause the check of their coming.
In the name of your house shot.
In the name of our shop.
Thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be it.
So be it.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Which means to turn in Hebrew. Yeshavium, which means to be seated in Hebrew.
All right, for the everybody who's watching, excuse me. Everybody who's watching and who may have came in late and just got in with us. Yeah. Good.
Yes.
All right. So for everybody who's watching, who might have just came in and just heard that what we did, we read everything in the Hebrew. This is a Sabbath service, so it's very traditional, very formal. Okay. And so it's a holy convocation that we do for the closing of unleavened bread and any other holy convocation that we have. Right now it's the and every Saturday you will see the same thing.
Friday.
Yeah. Or Friday, Friday night, sundown. Right. The Saturday we have the same Sabbath service. It's very formal, okay, very traditional, where we speak in the real tongues, okay, not that Christian church nonsense that y'all hear.
Right.
The shimmer coming. All that garbage that they have no idea what they're saying. That is not what the scriptures say tongues is. They speak in another language. We speak in another language, and we also, it's like the scriptures say, have to translate that language.
Right.
People should know what you are speaking when you're speaking in tongues. It's really common sense. It's really, like we say we are, practical.
Mm-hmm.
It's really practical knowledge that somebody should be able to know what you're talking about.
Right.
Okay? It's common sense. We know it's not that common. But anyway, I digress. But that's what's going on. We're speaking in our language, our tongue, our original tongue. That's why the English tongue is so foreign to us. And that's why even learning that tongue, we have changed it and made our own language.
Right.
A natural person, American, will speak English, and we can speak so-called English in front of them, which they call Ebonics now, and they would not know what we were talking about. Because we can say somebody is bad, and it means they're good. That's nasty, it means that was amazing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we have words and things that we have taken this language and made it our own, because all languages originate from us. So anyway, that's a whole nother class for another time. But
come on.
What we're gonna do is with that being said, what we're gonna do, we're gonna read these scriptures. We're gonna read them in English. In Hebrew first, the ancient Paleo Hebrew, not the Yiddish that they speak now over there with the so-called Jews over there that's inhabiting Israel. They speaking in Yiddish, so we're gonna speak it. And we're going to read these scriptures in the original tongue, the Paleo Hebrew, and then we're going to translate it. All right? So that's what we're going to do. So, yeah, let's get it. So, bear with us. We're going to read from Leviticus 23 all the way to 44. So, we're going to read through them. We're going to read through them in Hebrew, then we're going to read them in English.
So back and forth. 6 or 7 in Hebrew, then read 7 in English.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 1. Vayadabar, Yahweh, Al, Mashah, La'amar. Verse 2. Dabar, Al, Bayan, Yasha'ala, Wamara. Alahayim. Mawa Salakia. Mawa idea. Yahweh. Ashar. It's like Ashar. Kara. Atham. Mukhara. Kodash. Allah. Maria. Verse 3. Shashak. Yamayam. Baisha. Malakah. So like Malakah. Wabawayim. Hashab. Yaya. Shabbat. Shabbat is Sabbath, by the way. All right. Shabbat Kawan. Makhara. Kodash. Call. Malakah. La'ah. Bashawa. Shabbat. Hawa'ah. Yahweh. Bakal. Mawashab. Kayakam. Verse 4. Allah. Mawadar. Yahweh. Makara. Kodash. Ashar. Nakara. Atham. Vawadam. Verse 5. Bakadash. Harashon. Bara. Ishar. Lahadash. Bayan. Habarium. Pesach, which is Passover. Pesach is Passover in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Verse 6. Wabat Mashah. Isar. So like Ishar. Yawam. Lakadash. Hazah. Kar. Hamatawak. So like Hamatzazwak. Yahweh. Shabbat. Yawamam. Hatadawa. Makoya. Verse 7, last verse. Bayum. Harashan. Makaria. Kodash. Yahya, Lakam, Call, Malakah, Lakadash, Lashawah. And that's it.
Okay, give him a hand, man. That is absolutely not a light thing, you know what I'm saying, to continue to read this, relearning his tongue, so great job. But now we're going to get it in English. We're going to translate that tongue. All right, let's get it.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, Mashah, saying, verse 2, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them concerning the feast of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations. Even these are my feasts. Verse 3, 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest and holy convocation. Ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings.
So this is the law. This is what your preachers and pastors are obligated to teach you, that they let go by the wayside.
Mm-hmm.
When Christ said, "He that do these and teach these things," in Matthew's 5 and I believe 17,
Mm-hmm.
he talks about he didn't come to do away with the prophet, which is this prophet Moses, who's teaching this. He didn't come away to do away with the law. So we supposed to be celebrating the Passover today, and not some disgusting Easter right now. Today we supposed to be celebrating the closing, not the Passover, but we supposed to celebrate the Passover when we did it on the first of this month.
Right.
And right now it's the Feast of Unleavened Bread.
Right.
That's what we supposed to be celebrating.
Right.
Not some Easter where they talk about bunny rabbits and got you running around having Easter egg hunts. When bunnies don't lay eggs.
Right.
Right.
Eggs and bunnies don't go together. No bunnies lay eggs, so it's not about that. It's about another God. It's about the God Astar. You know what I'm saying? Where you get Easter from is who is the fertility God.
That's right.
It's about eggs and fertility. And then if you count 9 months from there, you will get Nimrod's birth back down in December, but they try to talk about Christ. But like I said, that's a whole thing.
Right.
We can get into that. But at the end of the day, for what we're doing today, your pastor was supposed to teach you that we're supposed to be keeping the Feast of Unleavened Bread.
Right.
That's right.
Okay? We're supposed to keep the Passover, not no Easter. All right, go ahead.
Come. Verse 4. These are the feasts of the Lord, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons. Verse 5. In the 14th day of the first month at evening, is the Lord's Passover. And verse 6. And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto the Lord. 7 days ye must eat unleavened bread.
Right.
And the first day ye shall have an holy convocation, ye shall do no servile work therein. But ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord 7 days. And the 7th day is an holy convocation, ye shall do no servile work therein.
Right. And so and that was the Passover. The first day, we did the Passover, we offered that burnt offering. And the 7th day, everything that we do as far as the Holy Covenant is real heavy.
Right.
It's real serious. It's heavy.
Mm-hmm.
It has substance. It's not shallow. Okay, it's not something that blows in the wind like a piece. This is something heavy. We're talking about when we was in wilderness, going into the wilderness, we had to eat unleavened bread. Okay, we're talking about that's the second one, but the first one was the Passover, where the Lord went and killed everybody in Egypt. They firstborn, everybody. Oh, okay. Unalive. So like the Lord went and unalived.
Right.
He made them sleep forever.
Right.
It's
a lie. Get out of there.
You can say that one. That's cool.
Yeah, come. Yeah,
Right.
come.
Yeah, I think that's a good one.
Yeah,
So look,
I like
so he made them sleep forever in Egypt. The firstborn of everything in Egypt, not just their firstborn child, but the cattle, the slave,
Yeah.
the prisoner, everybody, the firstborn of everybody in Egypt, he made them sleep. Anybody who didn't have that lamb's blood over their door, so the Lord could know that that's a house that they should pass over. And that's why
Right.
we call it the Passover.
That's right.
Because the death angel passed over us. And that's something that should be celebrated.
Right.
That's right.
That's something that should be recognized. That's a heavy thing.
That's
Where
right.
your firstborn child, that child that you got all these high hopes in, that daughter, whoever it could have been a daughter or a son, you got all these high hopes and dreams for your first child. Just imagine the Lord did not pass over your house, and that child was made to sleep forever. Okay, that's a heavy thing. It's not light. It's something that should be commemorated and remembered forever.
Right.
And that's what we do. It's not like I said, your Christian church got you around here wearing some pink and blue suit, chasing around Easter eggs.
Right.
Chasing around eggs, like I said, it has nothing to do with the Lord, with Christ, with nothing. It's the worship of another God, man. It's frivolous, it's vain.
That's
Like the
right.
scripture, it's very vain. It means nothing. You know what I mean? I bet your uncle was at that Easter party that molested everybody at the house.
Good night.
He's at the Easter celebration. He was at he there at church on Easter.
Right.
Y'all gonna go after church to wherever y'all gonna go, and you gonna have to eat with that molesting uncle. He's there. He's over there with you right now. You see him? Come on, man. Go ahead.
Come. Verse 9. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 10, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when ye be come into the land which I give unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then ye shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest unto the priest, if I may select. So also too, I don't know if a lot of people know, so every time there's a closing of the Feast of Unleavened Bread, this same night, it's the first day of the Feast of First Fruits, but you don't celebrate the first day of First Fruits. 50 days later, you do. So that's going to be, I believe, sometime in May or June. Or no, I want to say June, if I'm not mistaken.
Because they have to plant, they have to sow the seeds, and then
Right.
then they gotta really give them a chance to grow.
Yeah,
so you can get your first fruits.
Right. Yeah. Come. So if I may, the Feast of First Fruits, if I may, Salakia, I might have to give that to y'all. Look, so like I got it right here. The Feast of First Fruits is today, right? But we don't celebrate it until May 29th, all right, of this year, okay? This so-called year. So yeah. So anyway, back to the
But
priest.
it's kind of twofold. Like
Yeah.
the Passover a little bit, like where the Passover night is the beginning.
Yeah, Feast of Unleavened Bread.
So
Yeah.
it kind of falls into it. Like I said,
Yeah.
we are recognizing it.
Yeah.
You know what's going on.
Yeah.
What's to be prepared for.
Yeah, I think the Passover, the Feast of Unleavened Bread, and the Feast of First Fruits, those are the only three that kind of fall on each other. Now, when we get to like September, that's when you get like blowing of the trumpet, Day of Atonement, and the Feast of Tabernacles. All three holy convocations are high holy days in 1 month.
Right.
You know what I mean? So also too, understand that whenever the Passover is, that's the new year. That's the first month of the new year. It's
Right.
not January, because you gotta understand, this is not our culture. Yes, we live here, but we are not a part of this place, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So the new year for America is, January 1st. China got their own new year later on afterwards. So you know what I mean? So you gotta understand that when it comes to the Hebrews, the Israelites, this is our new year. Passover, April 1st is the new year in that month, April.
Right.
All right.
Absolutely.
And then everything, that's the month number 1. Otherwise, you would say Anya Kadash. Anya Kadash is month 1. All right. Oh no, so I said Anya, my bad. Akkad Kadash is month 1. Akkad means 1, Kadash means month in Hebrew. All right.
So there's the difference between the Kadash for the month and set apart.
No. It's CHAA.
Right. So just
Yeah.
But anyway,
Got
like the
with your throat.
with the
yeah. Could not.
Hey, but no, you also got to understand that that's what the scripture said. Like the brother was bringing out, that was very heavy.
Yeah.
Just because we hear, don't mean you like the scripture say, be in the world but not of the world.
That's right.
Okay, we hear, but we ain't got to be of this world.
Right.
We in this world, but we ain't got to do the things of this world. And that's why we worship, and not necessarily worship, but we celebrate the Passover and the feast, that the holy convocation that the Lord has made for us. So that's like just to piggyback on what you said. That was very heavy. Be in the world, but not of this world.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Come. Verse 11. And he shall wave the sheaf before the Lord to be accepted for you. On the morrow after the Sabbath, the priest shall wave it. And ye shall offer that day, when ye wave the sheaf, and he lamb without blemish of the first year for a burnt offering unto the Lord. Verse 13. And the meat offering thereof shall be 2/10 deals of fine flour mingled with oil, an offering made by fire unto the Lord for a sweet Savior. And the drink offering thereof shall be of wine, the fourth part of a hin. Verse 14. And ye shall eat neither bread, nor parched corn, nor green ears, until the self same day that ye have brought an offering unto your God. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations and all your dwellings.
Right, and that's what the Feast of Unleavened Bread is about. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not denying yourself something.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you have to learn how to have some type of discipline in life.
Right.
Us being Israel and being amongst these nations, we have to really practice discipline. And being able to say, hey, I can eat whatever I want to eat. Usually you can eat whatever you want every single day.
Yeah.
But right now, for 7 days, you can't eat that burger. You can't eat that pizza. You can't eat them cookies. You know what I mean? You can't do it for these 7 days. You know what I'm saying? It's a level of discipline that you train yourself to do, and it'll help you in so many other ways of life. When you know what I'm saying, when you want to smoke that weed, or you want to smoke them cigarettes, or you want to be, a whore or a whoremonger, or sell them joints. This thing can teach you, like, hey, I had discipline. I went days without doing what I wanted to do when I could have did it. So, you know what I'm saying? We really got that, there's so many lessons in our culture. The things that we naturally do for the Lord. There's so many lessons in life that it can, that teach you how to have discipline, not doing or saying the things that you would normally want to do and say. You hold that off and say, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna have some discipline today. Yeah. I'm not gonna say what I would normally say today.
Right.
I'm not gonna do what I would normally do.
Right.
I'm not gonna eat what I would normally eat.
Right.
I'm not gonna wear what I would normally wear.
Right.
I'm gonna try to have some type of discipline and decorum in class.
That's right.
That's what I'm gonna try to do.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Come. Verse 15. And ye shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that ye brought the sheaf of the wave offering. 7 Sabbaths shall be complete. Verse 16. Even unto the morrow after the 7th Sabbath shall ye number 50 days, and ye shall offer a new meat offering unto the Lord. Verse 17. Ye shall bring out of your habitations 2 wave loaves of 2/10 deals. They shall be of fine flour. They shall be baken with leaven. They are the first fruits unto the Lord.
Right.
There we go.
So then, you know what I'm saying? That's when we get the first fruits. We're gonna have that, and we're gonna bring we're gonna bring something glorious.
That's right.
Some of the best of the best. We're gonna cook our best dishes, have our best.
Right.
And we're gonna do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I said, in this hell, ain't necessarily go make it, ourselves.
Right.
Some people don't need,
Right.
been robbed of that. Don't know how to bake and cook.
Right.
They don't have farms and livestock and different things like that.
Right.
But you can be in the spirit with it. You can go, just like when you want to be in the spirit to go to that club you want to go to, what you do, you go buy the best nails and you go buy the best Jordans and you go buy the best outfit. And, you know what I mean? You know how to put your best foot forward, so that's the spirit.
Right.
So, do your best to bring what's your best thing to the Lord, to
Right.
the people. Put your best foot forward,
That's
so
right.
to speak, with whatever you're going to present.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
Come on. Verse 18, and ye shall offer with the bread 7 lambs without blemish of the first year,
Right.
and 1 young bullock and 2 rams. They shall be for a burnt offering unto the Lord, with their meat offering and their drink offerings, even an offering made by fire, a sweet savior unto the Lord.
Right.
Verse 19, then ye shall sacrifice 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, and 2 lambs of the first year for a sacrifice of peace offerings. Verse 20, and the priest shall wave them with the bread of the first fruits for a wave offering before the Lord. With the 2 lambs they shall be holy to the Lord for the priests. Verse 21. Oh, Salah.
All right, so let's go inside of 21 in April.
Okay.
So let's go to verse 21. Where you started? You at 21 right now?
Yeah,
So
21.
it started in April.
Okay, come on. All right, I got you. Salah, y'all bear with me. Salah. Verse 21, Salah in Hebrew. Wakwar thumb. By Tazam. Hawiyam. Hazah. Makwara. Kodash. Haya. Lakam. Call. Malakah. Abidah. La'ah. Baishawa. Kokwa. Awalam. Bakal. Mawashab. Thawakam. Ladar. Yowakam. Verse 22. Wakatazar. Yakam. Ah. Quatazar. Atatakam. La'ah. Sakala. Pa'ah. Shaddah. Bukratarar. Wallapat. Quatazar. La'ah. Talapat. Oh, so like Talaquat. La'ainaya. Wallaquar. the Itazah, a thumb, Anya, Yahweh, Alakam, verse 23, Wayadabar, Yahweh, Al, Mashah, La'amar, verse 24, the bar, Al, Banya, Yasha'ala, La'amar, Bakadash, Oshabia, Banakad, Lakadash, Yahaya, Lakam, Shabashwan, Shabashian, Sicardian, Tharwa, Mukara, Quadash, verse 25. Okay. Call, Makala, Abda, La'a, Lashawa, Waqar, Thumb, Asha, Yahweh, verse 6, Wadabar, Yahweh, Al, Mashah, La'amar, verse 7, last verse, Ak, Mashawar, Lakadash, Aishab, Yawah, Hazah, Yawam, Hakarium, Hawa, Makara, Quadash, Yahaya, Lakam, when you come, Ak, Napash, to come, Wakaratham, Wakarabkum, Aisha, Yahweh. That's it.
Hey, give him a hand.
It's like some of the words I never seen before. Goddamn, tongue twister.
That's good.
All right, come.
So we're gonna go ahead and read that in English. That was
21.
21. Leviticus
Yep.
23, 21 through 27.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 21. And ye shall proclaim on the selfsame day that it may be an holy convocation unto you. Ye shall do no servile work therein. It shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings, throughout your generations. And when you reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean riddance of the corners of thy field when thou reapest.
And that's something always, every time I hear it, I think it's so glorious that we plan for the less fortunate.
Mm-hmm.
People who might not have food, we don't till the whole land. Like we've been planting all these crops, and it's growing and it's flourishing, and so we just take the inside. Everything along the outskirts, we leave there for people who might be traveling along and not have the means to have it at the time. We prepare and we put it into our law, our customs and our cultures. we put into our law to feed the homeless or the less fortunate, to make sure that they got what they need. All right. And then they ain't gotta look crazy. They ain't gotta embarrass themselves, look less than. They can just make it a normal day, walking down the street and go and, you know, they can keep, you know, they don't gotta lose their dignity to get the things that we have left for them and provided for the Lord, that the Lord has provided for them.
Right.
Go ahead.
If I may make a correlation, like earlier in the chapter, it said, you know, take the 10th of it. You know what I mean? So like 10% of your crops, take it and give it, you know, give it to, you know, like you said, like the less fortunate, those that don't have much. And that's so spiritual, because when it comes to tithes, it's 10%. Now your pork chop eating pastor, they're gonna, you know, say 30%. You know what I mean? But in the Bible it says 10%. Otherwise in Hebrew, mayashra.
Oh, that thing Israelite going, they taking double tithes?
Double tithes, yeah. Come.
Like double tithes.
Yeah, come. And now the spirit behind that is that even with the tithes that we give in the ISUPK, we still see it. Your light bills get paid. You know, you got boots and clothes, you got food programs, you got food in your fridge and your deep freezer. Like, that money is for the nation. First fruits is in the same spirit, where we give back to our people. That money, those tithes that we give up, is for our nation. All right, it's for our people. That's how we help each other.
And if I could,
it
went into that glorious convention center.
There you go. Get that in here. Damn right.
That Passover.
That's right.
That had the whole South and North Carolina in uproar, because they didn't want us to have something so glorious.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That hotel that was right across the street and everything that we did, all the people that couldn't afford to pay Passover fee, you still had somewhere to go.
Yeah.
And brothers and sisters help you out.
Wasn't turned away.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we did that. And that comes from you know, brothers and sisters that really fear the Most High. And really feel like 10%, you know what I'm saying, that 10% should go to the Most High.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The 10% is worth more than your lashes.
Right.
Or your weed bill. Or your Jordan bill.
Right.
Or your alcohol bill. You know what I'm saying? You can spend money, like the scriptures say, where your treasures are, they're also where your heart is.
That's right.
If your heart is really with the UPK and what we was doing and what we did, you know, you might have sacrificed a couple bottles of them liquor or that liquor to pay tithes. You know what I'm saying? You might have sacrificed some of the meals that you like to eat. Some of the things that you wanted to do to show that your heart was really here. You know what I mean?
You know what? I want to say something too. Like based on what Adawan is saying, is so important, because I ran into a brother and a sister who they had a emergency at Passover, to where like they had no choice but to give up their money. And now it wasn't a bad situation. It was just like something that they had to do. And you know, and this brother and sister went up and said, Salaki, I don't have the $200 for the Passover, but because of what they were doing earlier, just helping out other brothers and sisters, this brother said to both of them, it's the Tawab, y'all go in, don't mention it. Like, come on, like, we ain't finna turn you away, man. What? But still, of course, every year, pay your goddamn Passover fee. All right, don't try to, you know, get out of it. But, you know, like, just this person ran into a situation and they would show mercy. But we ain't finna turn you away, man. If you a Christian in a different Israelite organization, religion, whatever, you can come into the ISUPK, but you gotta be a part of the 12 tribes. As far as all the heathens, you gotta leave them at the door. No dogs allowed. It's a lot.
Yeah, right. No,
That's right.
No, that's 100%. Give them a hand. That's absolutely heavy.
No pets.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot.
But you know, just like you said, make sure you make that sacrifice.
Right. Will a man rob God?
Right. Make that sacrifice, man. You like that person. Like I said, I got a little pet peeve, but you know, of when I go into a public restroom, right? But you don't know who went in before you.
Right. Yeah.
But if you didn't sit there and you didn't pissed all over the seat, I gotta come in there. If I need to use the bathroom, I gotta come in there. I gotta clean your piss up.
Right.
Before I sit down.
Right.
That's you know what I'm saying? Like somebody who You know, like I said, you don't know who had the, you know, who tithes you're using, whose donations
right.
you're using to pay your Passover feast. But it's getting done. The building has got bought. You know what I mean? It's, you know, it's like that thing is like, you treat it like that, like it's something that means nothing. Like you can, you know, piss on a seat and leave it for somebody else to come clean up, the next person behind you to come and clean up, because you know it's gonna get done. If somebody got to use the bathroom bad enough, they got to clean up your piss to do it. You know, if they got, you know, they got to use the bathroom. What else they gonna do but clean up your piss? Somebody else is gonna gotta go. They want to go to the Passover. The Passover got to get done. What do they got to do besides make sure that, you know, brothers and sisters who don't do what they got to do is accounted for? They're gonna pay extra. Their tithes, you know what I'm saying, the tithe that was supposed to go to something else that was needed has to go to this because you decided not to do what you were supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? You decided to make somebody else clean up your piss off the toilet, so to speak. You know, just you know, I know that's not you know.
No. I mean that.
But like,
I mean, yeah, that
it's
makes
just
sense.
about doing something like
Yeah.
clean, something that's
Right.
you know, something that you absolutely have to do. You absolutely have to go to the Passover.
Yeah.
It's a law.
Yeah.
It's keeping the law.
Right.
Sometimes you don't have no choice but to have to use the bathroom sometimes.
Yeah.
No choice. And this
Yeah.
might be the only toilet you can use. Or you can use it on yourself.
Yeah.
And just imagine if somebody, you know, had to clean that up for you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, for real.
Somebody
Yeah.
left something, you know.
Yeah.
It's disgusting, man.
Yeah. Come on.
It's absolutely, it's a disgust. I wanted to paint a picture of how disgusting you are
Right.
to not put your treasures where your heart is.
That's right.
You know, till you spend it all on other things all year.
Yeah.
And then when it comes up, that's what the general said. Passover was over the 31st.
Yeah.
You should already, it's been a week or two.
Yeah.
You should already put some money up for next Passover.
A little
It should be
20.
It should be $20 in your savings right now for next Passover. If you are planning to make somebody else clean up your piss off the toilet seat as a man. I don't know the equivalent of that for a woman right now, but I'm sure women that went in porta potties.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Women have went into porta potties and had to, you know what I mean, maybe they squatted over, but whatever uncomfortability you have to endure because some disgusting person didn't do their job.
Right.
You had to pick up the slack. And your knees had to suffer bending down, you know, no, whatever. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? It's terrible.
Okay.
It's terrible. Do what you can do, even if it ain't the whole thing. Do what you can do. All right, to make sure that you know, this nation is taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
No. If I may, like, you know, I won't say no names, but like, I mean, there's someone in the school. You know, I mean, this is very bold and very courageous of them to do this, but I would definitely seek counsel before you do this, though. You know, it's someone in the school who, you know, was like, I'm not missing the Passover to the point where they spent their rent money just to get to the Passover. I mean, this person could have been, and could have been evicted and some more stuff. I'm like, good night. Like, this person spent their rent money just to go to Passover, for, you know, because they have to pay that rent that month. But I mean, that's bold. I would just get counsel to make sure, you know how to handle that. But I mean, hey, you know what I mean? You can't stop that zeal. And that's like that boldness and that zeal you should have. You should have no excuses.
Right.
All right. You know what I mean? I keep hearing about that Passover demon. I don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? Salaki, I don't know what you're talking about. Passover what? Demon? Oh, no. No sweat. Passover Holy Spirit. That's it. All right. We don't fight through whatever. And once again, that's why you got camp leaders. You got high-ranking men who are there to help you with anything and everything. So you got to figure it out, man. Don't worry and stretch yourself out and let that demon in your head. Don't listen to it. Anytime you're struggling with anything, that's why you have men over you to talk to, and they are trained professionals. All right? Salaki. They have a degree in serving the Most High. There you go. That's all you need.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Just don't. That's it. That's why the general said it this right how he said it. Start saving now.
Yeah, there you go.
Save now. You got 1 year.
That's the counsel.
It's a whole year.
Yeah.
So you don't gotta give up
Trust.
your rent money.
Yeah.
You know, that happened because you didn't do the bare
Yeah.
minimum, which
Yeah.
is save up them 20s and 50s or whatever you did for a whole year.
Shit, pennies add up.
Pennies, whatever you gotta do.
Yeah, sure.
You know, homeless. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If that's really the case, you came to the Passover, you lose your rent to school
Yeah.
to make sure, you know what I'm saying, you got what you need.
Yeah.
Like you said, you'll get some counsel to where that ain't got to be the case or whatever.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But bottom line is, you should have been saving up for 2 weeks at this point for Passover.
Right.
If you ain't got nothing saved up from 2 weeks ago to now for Passover, you are preparing to try to use your rent for the Passover, and you're trying to be a victim.
Right.
You're preparing yourself to be a victim.
Right. Yeah.
Come on, we
No, that's fast. We're coming. All right, so like verse 23. Oh, verse 22. And when ye reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean riddance of the corners of thy field. When thou reapest, neither shalt thou gather any gleaning of thy harvest. Thou shalt leave them unto the poor and to the stranger. I am the Lord your God. Verse 23.
I just said right. That's just us making sure that the less fortunate have what they need.
God. I am the Lord your power. Verse 23. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, In the 7th month, in the 1st day of the month, shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of trumpets and holy convocation. Verse 25. Ye shall do no servile work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. Verse 26. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 27, Also on the 10th day of this 7th month there shall be a day of atonement. It shall be an holy convocation unto you, and ye shall afflict your souls, and offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. And that's it for 27. Go back to the Hebrew.
Yeah.
All right. So Leviticus chapter 23, verse 28. Wakol, Malakah, La'ah, Bashawah, Batazam, Hayawam, Hazah, Kiyah, Yawam, Kaparia, Hawa, La Kapar, Alakam, La Panea, Select, La Pun, Select, La Panea, Yahweh, Alakam. Verse 29, Kiyah, Call, Papash, Ashar, La'ah, Fainah, Batazam, Hayawam, Hazah, Wabakar, Thak, Select, Wabakar Thak, Mamarah. Verse 30, Wakal, Hanapash, Ashar, Baisha, Ka'or, Malakah, Baitazam, Hayawam, Hazah, Wabad, Thayah, Ah, Hawapash, Hawa, Mokarab, Aima. Verse 31. Select. 31. Call. Malakah. La'ah. Aisha. Select. Baisha. The Kwa. Kakwa. Awalam. Ladaria come. Vakal. Mashab. Pay come. Verse 32. Shabbat. Without one. Hawa. Lakam. Wa anatham. Ah. Napash. Payakam. Wathasha. Lakadash. Bayarab. Bayarab also too is evening. Tawab Irab is good evening. Myarab. Irab. The Shab. The what? Shabbat. Shabbatkum. Verse 33. Wadabar. Yahweh. Al. Mashah. Ladamar. Verse 34. Last verse. The bar. Al. Bunya. Yasha'ala. Lamar. Bakamash, Ashar, Yawam, Lakadash, Bashawa, Haizah, Had, Hasakawa, Sha'ayat, Yamam, Yahweh. That's it. On the 34, 28 to 34, 44. So we got 10 left. 34, 10, 44.
So you want to read all the way through?
Yep.
You know, you want to read these all the way
Oh,
through? Yeah.
yeah. You want to do it right now? Oh, so that's
I'm talking about,
right now.
yeah, I'm just saying everyone.
It don't matter.
Yeah, well, I'm reading all the things.
All right. Verse 35. By a woman. Hashawan. Makari. Kodash. Ka'al. Makala. Adaya. La'a. Ashwa. Verse 36. Shabbat. Yum. the Karwaba, Aisha, Yahweh, Vayawam, Hashinawa, Makaria, so like Makwara, Kodash, Yahaya, Lakam, Wakwar, so like Wahakarab, Katham, Aisha, Yahweh, Atadarak, Hawa, Ka'al, Malakat, Labada, La'ab, Atashawa, so like Baishawa. Verse 37. Allah. Mawa'idya. Yahweh. Ashar. The Karwa. Atham. Makarwa. Qudash. Lakakar. So like Lakarab. Aisha. Yahweh. Ilah. Wahanaka. So like Wamanaka. Zabak. Wanasakium. Dabar. Yawam. Vaya Yawam. Verse 38. Malabad. Shabbatha. Yahweh. Lamalabad. Manathawa. Ikam. Lamalabad. Ka'al. Madar Yakam. Walamabad. Ka'al. Wadanatha. Yakam. Ashor. Taniyah. Yahweh. 38. That's like 39. Ak. Bakmashah. Ashar. Yawam. Lakwadash. That's like Lakwadash. Hashabia. Vasakakam. Ah. Taba Ah. Arataza. The Kagwa. Ah. Hag. So like Kag. Yahweh. Shabbat. Yamawam. Vayawam. Harashan. Shabbat one. Wabuwathiyam. Hasha Yanya. Shabashwan. Verse 40. Walak, Kathum,
Word.
Lakum,
That's what them folks talk to us.
Bayayum, Harshawan, Karyat, Karyat, Aitzazah, Hadar, Kapha, Thamarium, Wa'anak, Aitzazar, Ainak, so like Aikba, Warbia, Nicole, Shamaktham, Washamaktham, Apanya, Yahweh, Alikum, Shabbat,
Hey, Bree,
Yum, verse 41.
you could go walk them out. Because they gotta go. Y'all gotta head out right now. Okay.
Okay, no sweat. Shalom, Yah, Shalom, God, Shalom, Shai.
So,
Verse 41. Wakad, Thayum, like Wakatham. Athawa, Kad, Yahweh, Shabbat, Yamayam, Basana, Hakwa, Iwalam, Darth Yakum, Bakadash, Hashabia, the Kagwa, Aqua. Verse 42. Basakat.
if you could, I'm gonna go back to just make sure that they 12.
Oh, okay, that's good.
So we started at
Yeah, we're on verse 42 right now. I got a few more verses left.
where we started.
So like 34.
Yeah. So make sure that
Yeah, come on.
yeah, we could go out of prison.
Yeah, but
So with the brother, we get back. We'll continue the last two. It's just two more verses. But where we started from was Leviticus 23 and 32. And like you said, so in the English it said, and it shall be unto you a Sabbath unto rest, and ye shall afflict your souls in the 9th day of the month of the 7th, in the 9th day of the month at even, from even unto even, shall ye celebrate your Sabbath. And 33, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak you unto the children of Israel, saying, the 15th day of the 7th month shall be the Feast of Tabernacles for the 7 days unto the Lord. And man, if you haven't heard, we're going to be doing the Feast of Tabernacles in London at King James's Castle. It's going to be absolutely glorious. So right along with that Passover savings, do that. Passports, everything if you want to be a part of that. Like I said, you don't have to travel to London to do it. You can do it in spirit like we've been doing it, as far as the spirit meaning hear it, in your cities, where the schools are, wherever you have to do it. Just make sure you memorialize that day. But what we're doing, people who want to be invited, want to be a part of it, the Feast of Tabernacles will be at King James's Castle over there in London, man. So yeah, man. like Cal said, General Hannah is making brothers' dreams come true. You know what I'm saying? Doing when he did doing concerts, brothers always wanted to, take their rap career then do a concert. We did that at the Passover. And this is another thing, brothers traveling the country, being at King James's castle is just it's amazing. So if you can make it, get there, bro. We're gonna keep going. That's a little digression. A little digression, but we're gonna keep it going. And for 7 days unto the Lord. 35. On that day shall be a holy convocation. You shall do no servile work. Servile work means working for other people. You know what I'm saying? Working. Slavery, what we call it. All right. On the first day shall be a holy convocation. You shall do no servile work therein. 7 days ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. On the 8th day shall be a holy convocation unto you, and ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. It is a solemn assembly, and ye shall do no servile work therein. This is the day that we give to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? As far as the Feast of Tabernacles, Feast of, I believe it's called the Feast of Booths, where we just, in our time of rulership, in all our glory when we live in great, we go live in tents and live in booths and tents and remember where we came from. Not to get so puffed up with pride that you don't remember where we were and where our nation came from to get to the glory spot that we have risen to. So a lesson in humility, which is good for the soul, which is good for the people that are less fortunate, for the people who are empowered to remember where you came from. So you don't get too big-headed and puffed up with pride that you don't remember who you were before you had this truth. So you don't turn up your nose at people who might not have the truth, might not know what to do with it, but you're turning up your nose at them because you got it. And now you're looking at them like they're the scum of the earth and they're nothing. When you were right there with them at one point. Okay? So that's what the Feast of Booths and the Feast of Tabernacles, teaches us and reminds us of where we come from. So we will appreciate where we're going. Remember that you wasn't no better than the people that you're trying to save. The people who don't know no better. You were one of those people. You were one of those people. We were. All of us at one point was blind to the truth. Living disgustingly in this earth. So, in the spirit, that's what you want to get from that, Feast of Booths and Tabernacles and things like that. Okay? Never forget. And I don't think it's a coincidence that it comes right, like I said, of the Feast of First Fruits, how we left. Remember the other people, man. Remember the people that have nots, as the world like to say. Because at one time you had not. You had not money. You had not friends. You had not the truth. You had not. Okay? So that's where we at with that, man. You know what I mean? So let's just keep that spirit going, man, in remembrance of those times, so where your spirit ain't got to be so hard and so dismissive as people that are less fortunate than you. Because that's what it is. They are less fortunate than you. They didn't get to get the knowledge and understanding. They didn't get to get, or they got it. They wasn't blessed with the proper understanding of it. They didn't have what you have. They didn't get what you got. So maybe you will show them the same kind of mercy or grace that the Lord showed you a time to get their shit together. All right? All right. So the next one, 36. This is we in Leviticus chapter 23. We'll start verse 36. 7 days You shall offer a burnt off. You shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. And on the eighth day, on the eighth day shall be an holy convocation unto you. 37. These are the feasts of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations. To offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord, a burnt offering, a meat offering, a sacrifice, a drink offering, everything until this day. That's what we should be doing. That is the spirit behind everything that we are doing. Let's read it again. Verse 37 says, these are the feasts. These are the days these are the things that we should be celebrating and worshiping
That's right.
and honoring. Days, they're worshiping the Lord and the things that He has done for us. That's what we should be doing. That's the spirit that we should be in. These are the feasts of the Lord that ye shall proclaim. This is Leviticus 23 and 37. These are the feasts of the Lord which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations to offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. Like you said, we buy, get some lamb.
Right.
You know what I mean? Get some lamb, burnt offering, cook that lamb, meat offering, and sacrifice drink. Get some drinks. Give a drink like that. That's us.
Right.
That's our customs. So eating, drink to our Lord to say thank you. And I like to remember, pour out what we do. Before we even knew how long was brothers barbecuing and pouring out drinks for niggas who passed on to remember them. It's just something that we did.
Right.
Like the scriptures say, we would do it unknowingly sometimes.
Oh, it's like also too early in this chapter. I love when they say, you get the flour when you fry it in oil.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's us. Also, too, it's a scripture I think in Leviticus and Isaiah when it talks about frying chicken. When I saw that, I was like, damn, this is a nigga book.
Right.
Like, good night.
Definitely that recipe for frying proper chicken.
Yeah. I was like, good night. I was like, this is not a white man's book.
That's right.
All right.
If they would have read it properly, they food would be seasoned properly.
Yeah.
Right. But drink offering. 38. Besides the Sabbath of the Lord, and besides your gifts, and beside all your vows, and beside all your free will offerings, which ye shall give unto the Lord, and besides all these things that we're doing, all the sacrifices we're making, all the gifts, also in the 15th day of the 7th month, when ye have gathered in the fruit of the land, ye shall keep a feast unto the Lord 7 days. On the first day ye shall be a Sabbath, and on the 8th day shall ye be a Sabbath. Like in the midst of all of this, that's why we do what we do. And we have, 7 days, we have a closing and a feast. We do this.
Right.
We go and spend our last. And, we, like I said, we not rich and, what I'm saying, it's well off like that. We spending, especially after coming out, we spending our twos and threws, our last.
Yes. Right.
To make sure that we bring this together for the Most High. It's a glorious thing, man.
Come.
And ye shall take you on the first day the doughs of godly trees, branches, and the palm trees, and the doughs of the thick trees and willows of the brook, and ye shall rejoice therefore the Lord your God 7 days. And ye shall keep it the feast unto the Lord 7 days in a year. It shall be a statute for you forever in your generations. Ye shall celebrate it the 7th month. Ye shall dwell in booths 7 days. All that are Israelite born shall dwell in booths. You know what I'm saying? That's what we just was talking about before y'all came in. Like, you know what I'm saying? We finna do that in London.
September.
In King James's castle.
Man, I'm trying for us.
We finna do this thing and make that thing, Lord willing, everybody who wants to make it can make it, man. It's gonna be glorious. And Moses declared unto the children of Israel, that your generations may know. No, this is 43. That your children's generations may know that I made the children of Israel to dwell in booths when I brought them out of the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God. You know what I'm saying? This is all coming back full circle to that. Like the Lord wants you to remember. Like, you know what I did? Like, you know how many kids made to sleep forever? How many people? You know what I did? The Lord wants it to be remembered and never forgotten.
Mhm.
And that's what we're doing. We're going to remind you or let you know what the Lord did for us. So it's not taken lightly. You know what I mean? That we are in the spirit doing that same thing, putting that lamb over our door. Good night. You know what I'm saying? This is, and for him to remind us so much, he knew that they were going to try to beat it out of us. They were going to try to brainwash us from remembering what the Lord said and
Right.
what we should be remembering. Oh yeah, we've been reminded right now. This is a reminder for what's to come, man. This is that. So with that, man, we're gonna end the class. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and end. And man, keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High.
That's
Right. That's right.
Keep them. Have some type of discipline. Let's just try to do it. You like I said, you've kept the laws of this land. You've kept, you've kept your own rule. We're teaching you what to do according to the Bible, according to the Lord. Let's just give that a shot.
Right.
Give that a shot. If it don't work, go continue to be the whore and the whoremonger and the drug dealer and the drug addict that you've always been.
Right.
Just at least try an alternative. Because you know what you did when you got caught that time.
Right.
You was begging the Lord, man, Lord, if you please get me out of this. If you please help me, show me a different way.
Right.
This is what the Lord is showing. If you listening to this and you prayed that to the Most High, and you asked the Lord to forgive you, and you asked the Lord to give you a way out, and you told him that he just showed you what you were supposed to do, and he got you out of that jam, here you go. This is for you.
Right.
And if you go against it, anything that happens to you after that, it's for you too.
That's right.
That's right.
All right, go ahead.
So I got a precept to what you're saying. Just to, end it off.
Go ahead.
This is King Solomon in the book of Ecclesiastes, the Old Testament, chapter 9, verse 10. Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might, for there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave, whither thou goest.
Right.
Whither thou goest. So
You found it. You asked, like we said, you asked the Most High to show you. You found it.
right.
So do it with your might.
That's right.
That's right.
And that same might you put into getting high, that same might you put into getting hoes, that same might you do into any negativity, put that same might into trying to do something righteous. Like in serving Lord, like this is not what the Christian church told you.
Right.
It's a lie. You tried that. It didn't work because it was a lie. You tried it. You thought you tried to serve the Lord. You really did. That was the Christian lie, just like the Catholic Church is a lie. The Pope and because you see it's a lie because they having sex with everybody's child. They're molesting children. They're going bankrupt because of paying off all the molestation cases that they have.
Right.
You are an Israelite from one of the 12 tribes of the lost tribes of Israel.
That's right.
That's who you are. And it's time for you to get back to your culture, customs, and traditions and keep the law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
Give it a shot. What do you have to lose? Okay? If you have any questions, comments, concerns, give us a call. Like I said, you have nothing to lose, you're going to die anyway. But you can die righteously or you can die wickedly.
Right.
The choice is yours.
Right.
I guess you do have a choice. You said you wanted a choice, right? You have a choice to live righteously or to die wickedly. Choose.
That's right.
Right.
With that, pass the class over to Priest and Officer. Oh, yeah.
I got it.
That's the last one. What we do for class.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we'll do that first. You gotta do that.
I got you.
Okay, we should.
Yeah, just read.
Salaki, I remind you once again, Wakanya Hakadam, rise, stand up, face the east. Just repeat after me. Salaki, for time's sake. Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew, Avanawa,
Avanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim,
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash,
Kodash.
Hayah,
Hayah.
Shukah,
Shukah.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Allah Bakka,
Allah.
Taba'ah,
Taba'ah.
Ratazak,
Abdullah.
Hayah,
Hayah.
Asha,
Aisha.
Barakazak,
Barakazak.
Kawah,
Kawah.
Hayah,
Hayah.
Bashamayim,
Bashamayim.
Ladun,
Ladun.
Lanawa,
Lanawa.
Lakam,
Lakam.
Kol,
Kol.
Yawam,
Yawam.
Wasalak,
Wasalah.
Lanawa,
Lanawa.
Kabawa,
Kawawa.
Nawa,
Nawa.
Kasalak,
Kasalah.
Nawa,
Nawa.
Kawawa,
Kawawa.
Yanawa,
Nawa.
Wala'a,
Wala'a.
Taba'ayana,
Ta'ayna.
Banasayawan,
Taiwan.
Abo,
Abba.
Hawashainawa,
Hawashana.
Mayan,
Mayan.
Rai,
Rai.
Kaya,
Kaya.
Laka,
Laka.
Hamalakwa,
Hamalakwa.
Waha'ala,
Wa'ala.
Watapara,
Wa'ala.
Na'alamu,
Amen.
Aman.
Amen. The Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
thy kingdom come.
thy kingdom
Thy
come,
will be done.
thy will be
On
done,
earth
in earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread.
Forgive us of our debts.
Forgive us of our debts,
As we forgive our
as
debts.
we forgive our debtors.
Lead us not into
Lead
temptation,
us not into temptation,
but deliver us from evil.
deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
Thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Amen.
Amen. Bless us. Bless us. Right there, right there. Go on.
All right.
I know, okay. Bless Israel in Hebrew, Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Bashem Yahushua,
Hashem Yahshua.
Barak Tanaw,
Barak Now.
Vayasha Allah,
Balashah.
Wahabayah,
Mahaviyah.
Saparius,
Sapari.
Barak,
Barak.
Rafa'ah,
Rafa'ah.
Magun,
Magun.
Hagun.
Agun.
Say the name beloved once, everyone repeats the name once. For time's sake, all of Israel.
All Israel.
Israelite School UPK,
Israel School UPK.
Bashem Yahushua,
Hashem Yahshua.
Tawala Aman.
The Wall Amam.
All right. What we just said was, Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shai,
Lord in Yahushua,
bless us in Israel.
bless us in Israel,
And the school.
And the school.
Bless.
Bless.
Heal.
Heal.
Shield.
Shield.
Protect. Our loved ones.
Our loved ones.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Name
In
of
the name of Yahshua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
ISPK power structures. Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed
are you,
Yahweh,
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth.
And all things living.
And all things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahshua.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Sin, evil, and curse.
Sin, evil, and curse.
Punishment and
And
destruction.
punishment and
To
destruction.
the heathen.
To the heathen.
That speak against us.
That speak against us.
That prophets.
That prophets.
That teachers.
That teachers.
That princes.
That princes.
That priests.
That priests.
The Israelite brothers.
The Israelite brothers.
In the school.
And the school.
Sin, evil, and curse.
Sin, evil, and curse.
Punishment and destruction.
Punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
And shake loose the treasures.
Take loose the
Of
treasure
the rich of Israel.
of the riches of Israel.
Refuse into the school.
They refuse to get into school.
Force their riches.
Force their riches.
Into thy sanctuary.
Into thy sanctuary.
Evil and curses.
Evil and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the Edomites.
To the Edomites.
And the nations.
And the
The
nations.
nations.
And
And
the drug
the
dealers.
court system.
The court system.
Prison
The
system.
prison system.
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood.
All governments of our enemies.
All governments are enemies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
And
I don't say God arms.
Roman Catholic Church.
Roman Catholic Church.
Pope.
The Pope.
Islam.
Islam.
Christianity.
Christianity.
Egyptology.
Egyptology.
Militia.
Militia.
Ku Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan.
Aryan Nation.
Aryan Nation.
Skinheads.
Skinhead.
Posse Comitatus.
Cause
The
of the top.
gay
The
movement.
gay
The
movement.
lesbian movement.
The lesbian movement.
Spies.
Spies.
Workers of witchcraft.
Workers of witchcraft.
National space program.
National space program.
Army.
Army.
Navy.
Navy.
Air Force.
Air Force.
Marine.
Marine.
Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Open up the internet.
Open
up the internet.
Airway.
And
Airway.
Cable access channels.
Cable access channel.
Radio channels.
And the radio channel.
Convict the spirit
Of
Lift the spirit.
of many of our people
Many
They know the people
that seek to stop us.
that seek to stop
And bring swift destruction
us. Great stuff
to
destruction.
all the heathen
to
To all the heathen.
that stand in the way.
that stand
Stand
in the way.
That try to stop us.
Try to stop us.
Broadcasting your words
Broadcast their words.
throughout the planet Earth.
Throughout the planet
And
Earth.
loose all the plagues.
And
It is all the prayer.
Cause it to go to and fro.
Cause it to and fro.
To the earth and consume.
To the earth and consume them.
Let the plague take the house of the
Let the
thief.
flag take the house of the thief
And the murder.
and the murder.
And Yahweh shot.
Let Yahweh shot.
Michael and Gabriel.
Michael and Gabriel.
Come down with the flying saucer.
Come down with the flying saucer.
Punish all the heathen.
And punish all the heathen
That come up against us.
that come against us.
As we speak thy
As
word.
they speak their words.
Cause to be known by all.
Cause it to be known by all.
That is the angels that have done
That the angels that have done it.
Cause to be spread through the media.
Cause it to be spread to the media.
Throughout the whole world.
Throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
Cause it to check out their coming.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be it.
So be it.
Sorry.
Sorry. Just love. Yeah, it's so good. All right, you guys. All right.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Barak Yah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barak Yah.
Trooper. Go ahead.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barak Yah.
All right, that concludes the service of the Feast of Unleavened Bread, the closing. All right, with that being said, Shalom, Israel. All right, what? Most High in Christ.